The pace picks up, the green flag set to fly, and we are underway. Good start out front right, so going to work the rim onto the back straightaway, takes over the race leads. He'll charge down the back chute. Hassey, a little slip of the grip coming off the bottom.
Yeah, McKenna dropping a little bit as Aaron Reitzel leads lap number 1. Donnie Schatz in second, but he's under hot pursuit from the 49 of Brad Sweet. Side by side for second. Here comes Kyle Larson as well.
Yeah, Larson's going to look down to the inside. Sweet comes down low. Larson lower even for the number 57 car.
Aaron Reitzel having to really pick the pace up because Donnie Schatz is lurking behind him and starting to close that gap on the Brian Ridge owned 8 car. Oh, here comes the big cat. Brad Sweet for second into turn 3.
Yeah, Brad Sweet capitalizes on shots coming up off the bottom. That was that slip of the grip I was talking about earlier on. So far, Schatz is going to give up a spot to the 49 car. Now goes to the high side of the racetrack. Brad Sweet, though, is going to gather up the gumption. And Aaron Reitzel lies ahead. Called about 6 or 7 car lengths down into turn number 3. But Sweet's got his sights set and he's getting ready to pull the trigger.
Aaron Reitzel trying to track down his 8th win of the season, the 8 car. But Brad Sweet starting to rope him in, pinned behind a lap car down. That might open the door for a couple of guys behind him. Is Kyle Larson going after Donnie Schatz for third. Move Larson to third is a lap car right there, and Schatz has to lift. As boy coming off the pace, Austin Bishop off the pace into turn number 1. Yellow flying right rear down on the 35. Well, here we go, back underway as we close in on halfway. Logan Stewart did not want to see the race start. Maybe he did. As here comes Larson. Big move for the lead by Brad Sweet. Sweet to the top spot.
Boy, he tacked right through that divot, getting down into turn number 1 and powers out of the way. And here comes Larson. Charge into the number 2 spot. Runs her deep into turn number 3, but he's got company down the inside. Reitzel right back at him.
Oh, boy, 3 wide right behind him. And James McFadden nearly over the right in front of Donnie Schatz.
And Schatz is trying to slide back behind Matt McFadden, follows him out turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Schuhart separates from that, moves into the number 4 spot, and again, Aaron Reitzel and the 57 of Young Money duke it out.
They're battling for the 2nd spot. Reitzel hangs on to it with Young Money chasing him. Can Aaron Reitzel go to work? He's going to have to get the shovel and start digging. Time running out, the white flag flying, 1 to go.
And one more trip around. Danny Dietrich trying to get himself back onto the lead lap, if you will, down into the corner, maybe coming a little bit too late. Reitzel not able to get close enough to challenge on that 49 car out front. Brad Sweet into 3 for the final time.
Off of turn number 4, Brad Sweet will pick up the win here at Eldora Speedway.
Second's going to go to Aaron Reitzel. The 57 of Kyle Larson rounds out those top 3. Schuhart, McFadden, your top 5. And we are underway with A-Main number 2.
Rico Abreu and Brian Brown drag race into turn number 1. Abreu leads them off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Here comes Brian Brown to the bumper.
Yeah, he's looking for a little something down on the inside. He's going to make a run at your top spot. Slides out through and takes the wind out of the sails of the number 24 car. P1 for Blackjack.
Brian Brown's never won at Eldora. You heard him tell Ben Shelton early in the show how much he wants to win here at the Big E. As David Gravel on the move. Gravel already into second. He's stormed from the 7th starting position already.
Yeah, he is on the move. No doubt about it. Looks down to the inside, works the middle of the racetrack out. Turn number 4 down the front chute, trying to run down Blackjack. Brian Brown up front.
David Gravel's right there. Rolling about a line off the high side at 1 and 2 and trying to make it work. Rico Abreu's rolling off the bottom, trying to close in. Gravel's as close as he's been yet into turn 3.
Yeah, he's still got time to get the job done. There'll be 18 laps remaining this time out. Turn number 4, Blackjack's going to have to deal with lap traffic. Called in about another lap as he races down into turn number 1, working the middle of the racetrack now himself. That's exactly where the 21 of Brian Brown planted his keister on the entrance. Not so much on the X-Doe, slide up, catch the cushion, and here comes the 24, Abreu up the speed. Hello, how you doing?
Rico into second, throw a blanket over the top 3, Gravel down to the inside, side by side for second, lap traffic.
David Gravel followed into tire tracks to the number 21 car. Abreu drops the nose, drives down off the banking, charge to the inside of the number 2. He's got P2 back in his hands.
You said Levi Jones talked about driving downhill, and that's exactly what Rico Abreu did. Now Abreu down the backstretch, race for the lead. Rico Abreu dives to the top spot into turn 3.
Wasn't much of a race for the lead. He just kind of darted around the number 21 car. Blackjack finds himself running P2 in a battle now with Gravel. Those top 3 cars still right there together. Here comes Brown down to the inside.
Brown side by side with Rico. Rico bangs off the high side, and now Carson Macedo going to challenge David Gravel for third in turn number 3. Gravel down to through the middle. Macedo lower, slide job for third. Move Macedo into third. Macedo slides up and taps the wall. Brown comes calling back down to the inside. Will Brian Brown return the favor in 3 and 4? Yes, he will. Macedo tries to cut it underneath him. Drag race to the line. Brian Brown hangs onto the spot. Macedo Macedo's right there.
He's going to take it back away down into turn number 1 and 2. Definitely better on the entrance down that end of the racetrack. Blackjack, good drive. Coming out of the deuce and down the back straightaway. He'll look to the cushion on the high side of the racetrack. Macedo working that lap traffic. Can't quite clear the number 25 car.
Lap traffic in front of him. They're getting dicey right in front of your leader.
Yeah, right in front of the leader. Still got a great battle for third on the field nose. There it goes. Gravel down to the inside. Finally picks off Brown. Brown's not going to be able to get back on him that time. The Houston's number 2 car takes P3 and now sets these sights on running down. Macedo lies well out ahead.
The Whiskey Myers 24 is hooked up. He came into tonight as a favorite. And boy, has he proved that to be right.
Yeah, he has definitely shown what he has. He's got the steed to do the deed. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag comes out. Feature event number 2 goes to Rico Abreu. Carson Macedo is going to score himself P2 on the field. Back behind David Gravel rounds out those top 3.